Hello, my YouTube viewers. It is Crystal here. What I'm doing is a very short video, and the reason why is because I did the last video and there was a lot of noise on the signal, and I think the problem was actually my laptop. At some point, I'm probably going to have to get a new laptop, I think, because I've had this laptop for a few years. I think I've had it 3 years, and the recording facility isn't working very well. So I'm just going to record this very short video about this credit card fraud Kaggle competition that I did, just so I can see if the problem is the computer. It has happened like this a few times, but I've been told that my previous videos have been okay. So this is a credit card fraud Kaggle competition, and I only got 50% accuracy on it, but I worked on it for a few days, and I used different models. I used like passive aggressive classifier, which is supposed to be good for class imbalance, and it didn't work. I used random forest, it didn't work. I used extra trees, it didn't work. And then so I decided that I would use Tensorflow, and then I would like balance my class weights, because this had a highly imbalanced data set. It had like lots and lots of zeros and hardly any ones. So you can see it in here. Lots and lots of zeros and hardly any ones. And when I did a value count, you had only 269 ones. So you had a lot of zeros and very few ones. And then so the thing is I also did over here, what I did was I did a heat map. So to see how highly correlated the columns were. I did a Kolmov-Smirnov test to see if the train and test set were not from the same distribution, and I found out that the train and test set are not from the same distribution. So that is one of the problems that caused my accuracy not to be very high. I read up on the internet. The internet said that what you do is you take the train and the test set, you combine them and shuffle them, and then that should take care of the problem with the data not being from the same distribution. But you can't do that in this particular instance because it's a competition, and the test set has to be the same. And then I checked to see if there was noise on the system. Almost every column was noisy. So again, because there's noise on the system, that's going to affect your prediction as well. And then what I did was analyze the target, which we've already talked about. We did a heat map, so you can see in the heat map that the columns of data are not very highly correlated. And we define our class weights. So because what we want to do is we want to balance the class weights. And then what we did was we defined our model, and it was a sequential model, and we used sigmoid activation because this is a binary cross entropy. We used an atom optimizer, and atom is supposed to be a very good all-around optimizer, and we had an okay accuracy when we trained the data on the training data. But when we tried to make predictions on the test set, that's where we had problems. And so what you could do is you could try to use a different optimizer. And if you try to use a different optimizer, then there's a possibility that the accuracy could improve. There was somebody who made his notebook available, and he got 78%. And what he did was he deleted some of the features, and I sent him a message asking him why he modified these features, but he hasn't come back with me to tell me, because one of the things that you're supposed to do is you're supposed to study other people's code, especially people who have higher accuracy than you, to see what they did and see if you can improve your code by using some of the techniques that they have used. And so I looked at the only code that was made available to me, but he's not come back to me. So I've been talking over 5 minutes. I've talked to you about the basics of this competition, and I submitted it to Kaggle, and I got about a 50% accuracy. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video, because really it's just a test to see how my computer is working. So thank you so much for watching my video, and if you like my video, please like, subscribe, and share, and I look forward to making more videos for you in the future.